The stories in this episode come from the Reddit community and are not my own. Links to their original source are in the description, as well as contact information should you wish to either submit your own story or request the removal of a story from an episode. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stories with me, Jesse. Today's stories come once more from the brave individuals who remain on the front lines over at Reddit/talesfromretail. Let me know what you think of these stories in the comments, as well as any suggestions you might have that we may just use in a future installment. So strap yourselves in and bring your shopping list with you, cause we're getting started now. Our first story is titled, Lady insists that I'm her daughter, that I'm high, and that she doesn't need no man. This happened a few weeks ago, but I just joined this sub today and want to share. We regularly get strange, rude, or hostile customers. There's a particular husband and wife who come in frequently. It's always an ordeal when they show up. They love to talk, and while we entertain it briefly, there's usually not more than 2 people working a shift, so we don't always have time to deal with it. On this day, the lady came in first. She immediately hit me with the, "You look high!" I get that a lot. I just have tiny eyes, nothing I can do about it. If I was high, I wouldn't lie about it, but I wasn't, so I firmly, but calmly insisted so. She wasn't believing it. She told me she has a daughter the same age, and she knows exactly what it looks like to be high. I eventually let it go because she wasn't budging. I decided it would be easiest to go along with whatever she said so she'd get her stuff and leave. After that, she proceeded to ask me what size jeans I wear because I look tiny. I reluctantly told her. Then she decided that I was her new daughter and she wanted a fist bump. Internally cringing, I obliged. Throughout the course of her visit, she kept referring to me as her daughter. She needed my reassurance that I was still, in fact, her daughter. Once she picked out her stuff, I started to feel victorious. Almost there. Then her husband comes in. He loves to ask a million questions about things he is never going to buy, so I help him out. Yes, finally time to pay. But wait, he refuses to pay for her. They get into a fight. She can't figure out how to make her card work, and that annoyed him. He gets mad and slams her brand new item on the glass counter and walks out. She proceeds to tell me all about how they are now going to get a divorce, and it's been a long time coming, and she don't need no man, and he can find somebody else to ride him around to sell drugs. He left his own item in the store and she saw it. Immediately said, "I bought this," stuffed it in her purse. "You didn't see anything." She actually asked me to put it behind the counter and pretend I didn't know where it was, but I refused, not getting in the middle of that. She finally left shortly after, which ended up being about an hour. And guess what? They came back together a week later as if nothing happened. Yeesh. This lady definitely seemed to be missing her marbles. From accusing you of being on drugs to calling you her daughter, in addition to getting into an argument with her husband right in front of you. I certainly empathize from my years of retail experience. Sometimes you just gotta handle the crazy ones with a smile. Here's hoping that you don't have to see her too often. Moving on, our next story is called, Why Would You Lie? So our card readers are down due to some technical problems we can't fix in store. We put up some posters, no cards accepted, cash only. But of course, about every 5th customer doesn't see it and acts surprised. For most, it is not a problem. We put the clothes on the side, they go get money, and pay 10 minutes later in cash. Some get angry at us cashiers and storm off, which is stupid, but not really worth telling about. Just roll your eyes at a coworker and go on. But then we have this one. "Hello, scan stuff. That would be $34.95, please." "I'll pay by card." Me pointing at big poster. "I'm sorry, we can only accept cash right now." Customer with big eyes. "I don't have cash on me." "Would you like me to put this on the side so you can come back later?" "But I am not from here." Silence. I don't know what more to tell her, so I just wait for her decision. "How much is it?" €34.95. Customer pulls out €40 from her purse and hands it to me. Why would you lie about not having money on you? Did she expect me to magically fix the card reader just for her because she told me she had no cash? I don't get it. Have a nice day, everyone. You know, Some people quite literally think that the universe revolves around them, and while I can't say for sure exactly what this woman was thinking, there are surprisingly a lot of people who don't believe what you are telling them, and she probably thought that if she made a stink about it, you'd be able to make an exception for her. People like this woman can't be expected to read signs, as it's too much of an inconvenience. She probably just wanted to hold on to her cash, but at least the situation didn't escalate any further. Our next story is titled, "That Time a Customer Tried Using My Dead Uncle as Leverage to Bargain." This happened a couple of weeks ago, but it still pisses me off when I think about it. My place of work is a family business. My grandfather founded our store, my dad and mom bought it from him, and I'm now working the desk, along with some of my siblings. My mom and dad didn't originally plan to be sole owners, however. My uncle was also very involved with the business and wanted to go in on it with them. Unfortunately, about 6 months before the deal was supposed to happen, he unexpectedly suffered a stroke and died while walking his dogs. It was so fast, I never got the chance to say goodbye. He was out less than 2 hours after it went down. He was young too, only 42. I was wrecked emotionally for a long time after that. My parents pulled out of the deal and waited another 7 months past the original date to buy the business, both to heal further and to put things in order. My uncle knew codes to safes, passwords to accounts, all that, and when he went, he took all of that with him, so it was really difficult to track everything down. We now have a memorial photo in the store with his death date and a little message about what he's done for the store. Every so often, a customer who met him once will give us their condolences. While I love my uncle and enjoy the memorial picture, sometimes it really hurts to have someone who barely knew him try to comfort you while you're just trying to work. However, this customer took it a step too far. As soon as she came in, she went to our higher-end product and began to complain that everything was too pricey and that our prices used to be lower. They weren't. Before spotting the memorial photo, she looks towards me and says, "Oh, your uncle used to bargain with me all the time. It's such a shame." Because I'm stupid and try to give people the benefit of the doubt, I assume she's just giving a weird kind of condolence. I don't like talking about him in front of strangers, so I switch topics and direct her towards our lower-end goods that are more in her price range. She gives me a weird look and continues on bemoaning our prices and how my uncle would always make them lower for her. Then, out of nowhere, as I'm talking about our mid-range product, she blurts, "Do you not even care?" I turn totally stone-faced, thanks face mask, and as calmly as I can, I say, "Of course I do, but unfortunately I can't do anything about it. I don't and cannot negotiate with you." I'd like to say that I blew up and threw her out of the store, but in the end, she settled on 2 lower-end products, and I processed her order as quickly as I could to get her out of my face. One thing I did do was simply not inform her on a sale we were having on one of her items. Oops, we'll just call that the $50 dead uncle fee. Wow. Sometimes I still find myself surprised by exactly how low people are willing to stoop down to. Your uncle was an important part of the business as well as your life, and his memory deserves to be honored, not used as a pathetic means to seek a better price for a product. You handled this selfish and small-minded individual far better than I would have been able to, and I certainly hope you don't have any more vile creatures come into your store who would be so heartless, pretending like they know anything about your family. Thank you so much for allowing me to share your story. What did you guys think about this story, or any of today's in general? I always love to hear your thoughts in the comments and invite you to share your own opinions below. Anyways, that's about all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for tuning in with me, Jesse. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and check out what other stories I have for you. If you have your own story that you'd like to have featured in an episode, consider joining the new Reddit/Stories with Jesse community to help make this channel of ours even better. Have a beautiful day, and try to be nice to someone. I'll catch you in the next one.